You're about to see a story that split the WNBA in half. Angel Reese, sitting out with an injury for the Chicago Sky, and then footage of her dancing surfaces online. Fans are furious, pundits are confused, and social feeds are exploding with one question: what does this mean for her reputation and the team? Stay with me. In the next 24 minutes we'll break down the full timeline, the reactions, the PR plays, and the real difference between being a headline and being a leader. This isn't clickbait. This is the real WNBA drama everyone's talking about. Let's jump in. Okay, quick reality check. Angel Reese is one of the most talked about names in women's basketball. Her energy, her confidence, even her celebrations have been streaming across feeds for months. Right now she's playing for the Chicago Sky, and when a player of her profile sits out a game with an injury, every move gets scrutinized. That's the price of stardom. And that's the core of this story. Today we'll walk through what happened, why fans reacted the way they did, why the Chicago Sky's response matters, and why some people keep comparing Angel Reese to Caitlin Clark, and why that comparison is unfair in a lot of ways. I'll keep this simple, clear, and fair. Let's start with the timeline. The injury and the sit-out. A few days before the game, the Sky announced Angel would be sidelined with an injury. The team gave the usual statement: conservative language, day-to-day updates, and a medical plan. Players miss games all the time. Teams rest bodies to protect the long-term season. No surprise there. The footage appears. Then, while Angel was listed as out, video clips circulated on social platforms showing her dancing at an event. The clips were short, a few seconds each, but they spread fast. People on Twitter and Instagram began to say she looked fine. Clips like that travel at the speed of outrage. One person posts, thousands react, and suddenly we have a narrative. The reaction multiplies. As more reaction came in, commentators and fans made quick judgments. She lied about being injured. Why is she partying if she can play? Or this is disrespect to the Sky and the fans. On the flip side, others defended Angel. Dancing doesn't prove she's game ready, rehab and light movement are normal, and leave athletes alone. The Sky's response. The Sky's PR team released a short statement: medical privacy, supportive language, and an emphasis on following the staff's plan. That response was careful and standard, but it didn't fully calm the storm. When clubs rely on standard language, fans sometimes translate it as secrecy or soft pedaling. The narrative hardens. Once opinion leaders choose a side, narratives harden quickly. Clips are edited, context is lost, and the story becomes less about injury protocols and more about perception. Did Angel respect the team and the sport? Let's be honest. Social media loves a story with easy, emotional hooks. Player out of game but seen dancing is tailor-made for outrage because it feels like a betrayal. Fans pay to watch. Teams assemble a roster, and players are supposed to be fully committed. Add in celebrity, and it becomes a moral story in 280 characters. But context matters. Dancing by itself is ambiguous. There is nothing inherently wrong with an athlete moving, grooving, or enjoying life while recovering. Light movement, mobility work, and low-impact dancing can even be part of rehab. On the other hand, seeing someone celebrate while the team struggles will make people emotional, and when emotions lead, nuance loses. Fans are split. Many feel disappointed. They want accountability and respect for the jersey. Others argue fans should reserve judgment until facts are known. Online outrage often speaks louder than calm analysis. The Chicago Sky. Teams have to balance transparency with medical privacy. If the Sky reveals too much, they violate privacy, reveal too little, and fans fill the silence themselves. That tension created a vacuum the social feeds rushed to fill. Angel Reese. For Angel, the stakes are reputation and legacy. Her style is bold, and that attracts attention, and sometimes backlash. How she responds now will influence public opinion. Apologize, clarify, or lean into silence. Each choice has consequences. We need to be specific. The clip shows Angel dancing, not playing full-court defense, not sprinting on a court, not engaging in contact. Dancing in a social setting does not equal practicing layups or hitting full speed cuts. Medical readiness to play involves pain levels, swelling, strength tests, and clearance by team doctors. So no, dancing alone does not prove she was fit to play. But perception-wise, it's bad optics. Fans expect visible signs of seriousness when someone sits out with an injury. Ice baths, rehabs, gym sessions, even if those don't make for viral clips. The lack of rehab footage combined with the dance clip created a gap that viewers filled with suspicion. Don't underestimate editing. A 10-second loop can be turned into a proof of something it doesn't show. Media and content creators often package stories to maximize clicks. That's how a short, ambiguous clip becomes a headline: sitting out with injury, caught dancing. Headlines drive views, comments, and ad dollars. As a viewer, always ask, what's missing? Who edited this? Why is it here? The title asks, she's no Caitlin Clark. So let's unpack that comparison without drama. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are different players, different public figures, and different brands. Caitlin shot into national attention with scoring numbers and a playstyle that made her a media darling. Angel built a persona on toughness, emotion, and physicality. Comparing them directly is like comparing sprinters and marathoners. Both run, but their races are different. When fans say, she's no Caitlin Clark, they often mean, she doesn't generate the same type of mainstream, wide-spectrum goodwill, or her public image is different. That's true, but it's also simplistic. Important points. A being no Caitlin Clark is not a failure. Angel has her own identity and audience. A media treatment matters. Caitlin got a certain narrative because of timing, White House visits, viral shots, and market conditions. Angel's path is different. The comparison fuels division. It makes one player the standard and forces the other into defensive positions. As creators and fans, we should evaluate each athlete on their terms. Comparing to Caitlin is tempting, but it masks the real issue. How do we treat athletes when 15-second clips go viral? If the Sky and Angel want to manage the fallout, here's a simple, effective plan. Be transparent without oversharing. Clear language on injury and recovery timeline. Don't just say, release controlled footage of rehab work, treatment updates, or a short message from Angel explaining the context. Video humanizes. Timing matters. Respond quickly but thoughtfully. A well-timed clarification can cool the fire. Turn it into a teachable moment. Explain injury protocols that should reduce speculation long-term. Short-term, reputation hit, a spike in negative comments, and perhaps a media frenzy for several days. Medium-term, if managed well, fans forget. The WNBA is a performance league. How she plays when she returns will quickly reshape the narrative. Long-term, patterns matter. One isolated clip is reparable. Repeated off-court behavior that contradicts team messages creates a sustained issue.